What about you guys? I know Snow, you game quite a bit, or you used to.
I
Billy
did.
Bob,
I
you
did
do.
until my PS3 died.
Oh no, do you not
I
do you
know.
not game on a computer?
I do. It's just okay. So I'm running Linux, and okay. Now I swore this is me trying to do what I really want George R. R. Martin to do, which is I'm not going to game until I finish this series. I've
Wow,
played.
that's
It's
Are you
actually
wanting
really-
George to die with never playing a video game? Really, RH Snow? Really?
No, I
Oh,
want him to get busy. When he doesn't finish the series, other people will not pick up my books until I finish the series. So I got to finish
Yeah,
it so
okay.
people
I'm gonna
read
push back on people. I'm tired of people saying that shit that actually is gonna ruin potential authors and shit by saying I will only read a series and when it's finished.
It's done.
It's like, well, it's never gonna get fucking finished if no one buys the first one or
And
the
plus,
second one.
Yeah, so plus some people have like a 20-book series. Like in 1 year, I went through all 18 books in the what was it, Jim Butcher Dresden Files, and then I went through 8 or 17 books in the Longmire Mystery series, all in the same year. And
and that's what we're
the
doing
20-book
with
series that would never work. I'm not
It's
going to wait till it's all out.
15.
Well, there wouldn't be 20
I'm
books
trying
in
to
it.
hurry with mine. I have 3. Lennox. Oh, Andrew, that's cruelty.
Well, Christian, there wouldn't be 20 books in it if no one fucking bought any of them and just waited until this thing non-existently finishes.
Well, that's the reason. When I did my series, I actually did the first 6-book series and finished it out as if it could be read just like itself as a series. When I picked up the second series, I started it off so you could just do it on it. So people, if they were getting in the middle of it, they would say, "Oh, there's a series that's finished," and it actually worked out really well. Like I said, we just sold our 400th unit on the series, and that's actually really good considering that we haven't had any word of mouth. We've had nothing but word of mouth. We haven't had any
how did you
marketing.
release your books? How'd you release the first series? Did you release them all at once?
I did them pretty close together. I actually wrote the whole series in episodes. I reconfigured them, made them into 6 books, and then I edited each one, coming in and making it stand alone as a book. And so we had them released, like the first 3 books were released, I think, in about 2 months apart from each other, and then the last 3 books were released about 4 months later, all about a
So
month
what if
apart.
no one bought the first books at all? Like not even no one.
I think
first 3.
If they hadn't bought the first 3, I would have had a tough time. I think I was really blessed that I looked through some different avenues. I went local, and I made sure that I said, because I'm living in the small towns, everybody gets excited if you do anything at all. It's like you sneezed.
It's like local newspaper. Our very own RH Snow releases her first.
Yeah, so I actually did that. I went in, and one of my local, the local library picked it up, and I had my a group of people that actually have a conservative foundation that they have authors come out and speak, and I was invited out, and she bought 50 copies. Whoa. And gave them away, and that was huge for me. It was a Springfield Foundation. In fact, in the Springfield, maybe you recognize Springfield Hall because it'll show up in the series, and it actually has a reference to Springfield Hall. And if you're anywhere through a 6-Gun Shiva, you may recognize that name later. Try that in a small town. I know it.
Is he talking about the song? Is that what you're referencing, Andrew?
That
that one song.
But yes, so that is how I did it. At first, I knew I wasn't going to get sales because nobody knows who I am. So I went local, and I told people, and they bought them. And the really big breakthroughs for me came when I had local people put out their.
What if they waved it away? Like imagine that. What if people waved it away? The series isn't finished.
Yeah,
even if it was free, they waved it away.
Well, I've had people do that, and that's the thing. But if nobody had bought it, then they would be like, nobody knows it's there. And in fact, we talked about that with my. I have Melanie with self-publishing services, and she said, just focus on content, just get them done. And I told her, I said, it's probably looking at like a 3-year arc, which is my 3-year sort of timeline from first release to last release, and for about 15 to 18 books, depending on the final series. And she was like, just get the content done, we'll market it. A few of them will sell it first. We're going to market it all together because if you get the series finished, then people will want to read it. So I focused on that. And I think if I hadn't sold any at first, I would have gone ahead and finished the series anyway. But getting it published would have been tough because without that impetus, going, hey, somebody's reading this. I really want to get this
See ya,
finished.
Kikkoman. Have a good time with your wife,
Hey,
brother.
come on. No, you can't go. What?
Say it ain't so.
I'm just mainly saying why I hate when people say that.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't help anybody.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't help.
No.
It discourages authors who might otherwise have had a really great. And it's the reason that most publishers won't pick up series right now. And that is because people haven't finished out the series that they have. Big authors didn't come up with those third, fourth books. And they got big payouts and just never finished. And that's really sad. It hurts a lot.
No, it is. And I don't think I don't know. It's a weird thing because like there are some very popular series that I've enjoyed quite thoroughly, and I have no hope of them ever being finished. Like for one, A Song of Ice and Fire, that's the obvious one. Another obvious one is the King Killer
Well,
Chronicles.
I still have
by
hopes
Rothfuss.
When the Winter will be done.
I think
I do think that one will come.
I agree with James Craig of all people on this one actually, and that is that I think that book's been finished for a while. I think
no, it's not. It is not. See, this is where he don't
totally
know a lot.
Oh,
It
yeah,
hasn't.
come on.
Am I going to have to beat
It's a fun speculation.
a cross-dressing gremlin on stream?
Dude, we know. Dude, all the preview chapters, bruh, are literally from A Dance with Dragon. They're cut chapters for Winds of Winter.
Pretty, yeah. I came to that similar conclusion, but my point being was that if
and there's
those
no
books
reason
never
for him
come
to
out,
hold
is
back
it
releasing
going
it.
to? Will
There's
I
absolutely no
suddenly
reason.
not enjoy what I've already read in the series? Like especially like with The Name of the Wind and A Wise Man's Fear. I really enjoy those books. They're not for everyone, but they have a whole special place in my heart.
Oh wow.
And those stories are still important. But I on the other hand, I don't think it should be a barrier to keep people from reading a series necessarily, or at least I don't think it's good practice. But on the other hand, I really appreciate people like Snow who are like, they are going to finish it, or they're going to get as far as they possibly can within human limitation. And I think that's worthy of praise and note as well.
Oh, you make me feel special.
Oh.
Special now. Yeah, I plan on getting this thing finished come heck or high water. And it's the reason that I'm trying to power through the second book because it's, and then I realized, I just thought I should go ahead and just write all the key scenes, but I write them as I go. And so literally I'm like, okay, I need to go and write the key scenes and then I could always have them finished out later if I had to. And so I'm thinking about just doing it just like a full sweep where I do the whole series at once and then I go back and finesse it and release it. And so that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So Caballeros del Camino should be out, I'm hopeful, by Christmas. And that's pretty ambitious considering that I've got half of it written right now.
I would be deeply impressed if you keep that timeline. Not that I'm not doubting. I'm just saying I will be deeply impressed if you keep that timeline.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. I'll feel like a failure now. Hey, I got the first one. I got Trail of Travail. I stayed on target even though David was in the hospital, and that was actually shocking. We got it done. I had a September release and planned, and I think I was off by like 2 weeks.
Oh wow, that's cool.
But that was just being blessed. So we'll see. Now I'm talking up big, and then you'll be like, "You failed. It's not out by Christmas." I'll be like, "I'm so sorry."
Well, it's like like the possibility of finishing your series or having someone help finish it. It's not even outside of the realm of reality. Like Robert Jordan with Wheel of Time had to do that with the last 2 or 3 books. Brandon Sanderson worked with.
Well,
his wife
he told his wife to go find a writer before he died.
Actually, no, he selected Brandon Sanderson to be the one to finish it before.
Not from what I've heard.
Oh,
not from what I heard from Brandon himself is when his wife went scouting.
Oh, maybe I'm getting it mixed up. It's possible.
But what he did before he died is I know he changed his mind on not letting anybody else finish it.
Yeah, that part
is what he did.
Well, and
I think that's. Oh, sorry, go.
No, go ahead. That's one of the reasons I actually set up my son Daniel, because I said he's in. Some of y'all read his story in
Anvil number one. Yeah.
Fleet of Thesis. And because his style is different than mine, he's a hard science fiction writer more, sort of like Star Shatter and others. He's in that space pirate type thing. I don't know what we call them, free spacers, whatever. We were debating which ones to call them. But because he's so intimate with my story, and I have not yet let him read the ending because he's also one of my beta readers. But so I've told him to finish it out. And my artist, of course, my cover artist, being already having all this stuff, she's asked me to draw out my sketches. So if for some reason I lost my eyesight prior to that, if it really degraded really quickly, that she'll be able to finish out my drawings for me. So I've got it covered, and they already know exactly where my arc is. It's all online in secret hideaway. And I'm able to go in and actually give it to them. And they've got the passcodes. And if something happens to me, they open it up and they'll continue. And so this will get finished. I'm giving it to God. I prayed for guidance. I said, you tell me exactly what to do. Just get the series finished. That was all I got, buddy. So I'm going to do it.